Namaste everyone. Today Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman has presented Union Budget of 2023-24. Very importantly, we can notice the changes in tax rates, the major shake-up in tax slabs in the new regime, that is the major attraction of today's budget. She has announced the budget guided by 7 priorities, namely Saptarshi scheme. It includes inclusive development, Yuva Shakti, and concentration on financial sector development, very importantly green growth, and many more. So analyzing the budget in societal point of view, we can come up with a few important schemes announced by Indian government today. Few to mention: boost to railway sector and digital infra in agricultural sector, financial aid for agri startups, and very importantly, in order to give the scope for Skill India and to provide the financial aid for the artisans, we can see PM Vishwakarma Sanman Yojana and many more other societal schemes have been announced today. Politically speaking, this budget is the last full-fledged budget of Modi government before going to general elections in 2024. With this point of view, it is very helpful for the present government, and the major attraction of tax will also give the plus points to Modi government in this budget. And speaking economically, 10 lakh crore outlay for capital expenditure is another very important attraction as far as economic point of view is concerned. So to discuss few pros and few cons of this Union Budget 2023-24, we are having few experts with us today. Let me tell their names. Professor A. Nagaraj, Professor in Economics, and CA Vijay Chappar, Chartered Accountant from Belgaum, and he is also mentor of our JCTC CA classes, and Piyush Dikshit, past student of our class, and now presently he is convener of Credence Finvest Limited. These 3 experts will explain the pros and cons of Union Budget with their point of view. Now let us listen to their knowledgeable words.
And today we will be having a discussion on the Union Budget that was presented by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji. So I will mainly be discussing on the direct tax implications that our budget has, and by direct tax I mean income tax as it is generally called. Before venturing into what the direct tax implications are, we will first try to understand what this budget is, who presents it, and how is it divided into. The Union Budget every year is presented by the Finance Minister and is divided into 3 parts. The first part covers the results of the economic survey that was conducted in India, our economical performance of the country as compared to various other economies of the world. The second part covers about the budget allocations that are made. The center allocates a certain amount to each and every state, and that is why we first see the Union Budget and followed by it is the state budget of each and every state. The third part deals about the finance implications. The finance bill is presented in the third part, It is rightly called as a bill because until and unless it gets the assent of both the houses of the parliament, approval of both the houses of the parliament, and the president's assent, that is the president's signature affixed to it, it does not become an act. And until and unless it becomes an act, it is not binding on any of the citizen of the country. That is why the finance minister proposes it, it is approved in both the houses, and then the president signs it, affixes his signature, and only then it is binding on each and every citizen. Quickly moving into the direct tax implications that our budget has, the finance minister proposed a rollout of the next generation income tax forms. Presently, there are 7 income tax forms wherein different kinds of assessees are assessed. Now, what the next generation income tax form will have to be waited until we get an official confirmation of the finance bill, the official declaration or official release of the finance bill from the central government, the Ministry of Finance. The next announcement that our finance minister made was increasing the threshold limit for people opting to pay tax under the presumptive taxation. Now, what this presumptive taxation is that any person who has a business or who practices a profession can opt for paying tax under the presumptive tax. That is, he can assume that for a business person it is 8% as his profit, and for a professional it is a minimum of 50%. These are the minimum profit rates that a business person or a profession has to declare. He doesn't have to maintain any books of accounts. So the present threshold limit for opting to pay tax under this presumptive taxation was 2 crore for business persons and 50 lakhs for professionals. Now it has been proposed to be increased to 3 crores for business persons and 75 lakhs for business professionals. Quickly moving on to the next announcement that our finance minister had, which was regarding the income tax rates for individuals as in not a company, not a partnership firm, individual person. There are 2 rates of taxes that are under prevalence. One is the old tax regime and the new tax regime. The old tax regime, you can claim a deduction for making investments under section 80C up to 1.5 lakhs. You have a standard deduction of 50,000 for salaried employees. You can also claim deductions if you have invested, if you have a housing loan, etc. For new tax regimes, none of these are available. You don't get to claim any deductions, any sort of deductions. But what is the benefit of opting for new tax regime is reduced tax rates. Under the old tax regime, the prevailing tax rates are up to 2.5 lakhs, you don't have to pay any taxes. From 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs, it is 5%. From 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, it is 20%. And above 10 lakhs, it is 30%. Additionally, a person who has an income up to 5 lakhs doesn't have to pay any taxes as a result of the rebate that is announced by the government. Rebate in general terms refers to discount. That is a discount given by the government to people having income up to 5 lakhs. That is all the present scenario. And in the present scenario, the new tax regime, the rates are up to 2.5 lakhs, you don't have to pay any taxes. 2.5 to 5 lakhs, you have to pay a tax of 5%. 5 to 7.5 lakhs, 10%. 7.5 to 10 lakhs, it is 15%. 10 to 12.5 lakhs, it is 20%. 12.5 to 15 lakhs, it is 25%. And above 15 lakhs, it is 30%. So, under the old tax regime, for income above 10 lakhs, you are paying 30%. Under the new tax regime, for income above 15 lakhs, you are paying a highest tax rate of 30%. Now, what is proposed is there is no change in the old tax regime. So people opting for old tax regime, there is no change at all. Only for people who are opting for new tax regime, your income up to 7 lakhs will not be taxed. As in, up to 2.5 lakhs, up to 3 lakhs there is no tax. Up to 3 lakhs, before it was 2.5 lakhs, now it is up to 3 lakhs there is no tax. From 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs it is 5%. From 6 lakhs to 9 lakhs it is 10%. From 9 lakhs to 12 lakhs it is 15%. From 12 lakhs to 15 lakhs it is 20%, and from above 15 lakhs it is 30%. Now up to 7 lakhs you don't have to pay any taxes, means a person who has an income of up to 7 lakhs will enjoy a rebate that was earlier given up to 5 lakhs will now be given up to 7 lakhs. But as soon as you cross that limit of 7 lakhs, let us say I have an income of 7 lakh 1 rupee, I will have to pay taxes from 3 lakh rupees. So this is about the new tax regime and the proposals that were made. We will also roll out a video on a calculation of a person who has an income of, let us say, 10 lakhs, about the tax implications he would be having under the old regime and under the new regime. This was all about today from our end. If you have any queries regarding the budget or its implications, please do write to us and we will try to answer it as soon as practicable. We hope that this video was informative, and thank you for giving us an opportunity and hearing us.
ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಮುಂಬರುವ ವರ್ಷದ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷಿತ ಆದಾಯ ಮತ್ತು ಅಂದಾಜು ವೆಚ್ಚಗಳ ಒಂದು ಪತ್ರ. ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದಾದರೆ 3 ರೀತಿಯ ಬಜೆಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಮಂಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳಿತಾಯದ ಮುಂಗಡ ಪತ್ರ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸರ್ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಬಜೆಟ್, ಸಮತೋಲನ ಮುಂಗಡ ಪತ್ರ ಅಂತ. ಆನಂತರ ಡೆಫಿಸಿಟ್ ಬಜೆಟ್, ಕೊರತೆಯ ಒಂದು ಮುಂಗಡ ಪತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಹುತೇಕ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ಇದು ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವ ದೇಶ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯಾ ಭರಿತ ದೇಶ ಆಗಿರೋದರಿಂದ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು, ಜನಪರ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೊಡಲೇಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಜಾ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನಮ್ಮದು ಆಗಿರೋದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹುತೇಕ ಕೊರತೆಯ ಬಜೆಟನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇತಿಹಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ಮಂಡನೆಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಬಜೆಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದರ ಕಡೆ ಅವಲೋಕನ ಮಾಡೋದಾದರೆ, ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಭಾರತ ಒಂದು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಹೊಂದುತ್ತಿರುವ ದೇಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರುತಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರವರ್ಧಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ದೇಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅನೇಕ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಹೊಗಳ್ತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ಆಶಾದಾಯಕವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಬಹಳ ಬಲಿಷ್ಠವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಶಿಸ್ತು, ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನಾವು ಬಹಳ ಎಚ್ಚರದಿಂದ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಕಡೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಾವು ಅವಲೋಕನೆ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಆದರೆ, ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ ಮುಂತಾದ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು, ಮುದ್ರಾ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ಸ್ವಾವಲಂಬನೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡೀತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಹಕಾರಿಯಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಸಪ್ತರ್ಷಿ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು, ಆದ್ಯತಾ ವಲಯಗಳಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಕೃಷಿ, ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆ, ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಮೂಲ ಸೌಕರ್ಯಗಳ ಕಡೆ ನೀಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು ಆತ್ಮ ನಿರ್ಭರದತ್ತ ಸಾಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಪೂರಕವಾಗಿವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೇರಕವಾಗಿವೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಇಂದು ಜಗತ್ತು ಎದುರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಜಾಗತಿಕ ಪರಿಸರದ ಬಿಕ್ಕಟ್ಟುಗಳು, ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಥವಾಗಿ ಎದುರಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನವೀಕರಿಸಬಹುದಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇಂಧನ ಮೂಲಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒತ್ತು ಮತ್ತು ಆ ಹವಾಮಾನ ವೈಪರೀತ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಥವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಎದುರಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೈಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಅನೇಕ ಪರಿಸರ ಸ್ನೇಹಿ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು ಸ್ವಾಗತಾರ್ಹವಾಗಿವೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಇನ್ನು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಸಂಕಷ್ಟದಿಂದ ಬಾಧಿತರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಧ್ಯಮ ವರ್ಗದ ಜನರು ತಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಸುಧಾರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ತೆರಿಗೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರೆಯನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಸಂತಸವನ್ನು ತಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ವಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ, ಆರೋಗ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ, ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕೌಶಲ್ಯದ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒತ್ತನ್ನು ಇನ್ನೂ ಜನರು ಬಯಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಾನು ಕಂಡುಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಅಪೇಕ್ಷಣೀಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅಂಶವಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಒತ್ತನ್ನು ನೀಡಬಲ್ಲರು ಎಂಬತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಆಶಯದೊಂದಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ 4 ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
So now, as few hours ago, as our finance minister has launched the budget of 2023 and 24, so the first thing which will affect the capital market is no twigs made on capital's gains tax. So if there is less or no such effect on capital's gains tax, there will be more money to be invested. And the second thing is they have increased the capital investment by 33%, that is 10 lakh crore rupees. Now capital investments also includes premiums which we pay in LIC and investment in securities. So if the premiums are paid in LIC, if the money is given to LIC, indirectly the money is invested into stock markets. If the money is given to banks, indirectly the money is invested into PMS, it will eventually come to the stock markets. So finance minister promised to bring fiscal deficit below 4.5%. Now what is fiscal deficit? The difference between revenue and expenditure of the government. So now we will have more revenue than the expenditure. It will give boost to the economy as we will have more cash. So if we have more cash, if we get something similar to COVID pandemic or something similar to Russia-Ukraine war, we will be having the capacity to sustain, and markets won't see the fall as it saw in the COVID or recently with the Russia-Ukraine war. So a finance minister has given boost to artificial intelligence in schools, in colleges. So now how it will affect? Now AI companies like Byju's and Vedantu were affecting negatively to the classrooms. Now what they will do is they are going to install AI based teaching system in the classrooms. It will give boost to classroom teaching. It will suspend the manipulation which were done by Vedantu or Byju's by rigging the price of their courses and selling it to vulnerable people having vulnerable financial conditions. So it will cut that out and it will give boost to classroom teachings. So now what effects are going to come at the stock markets? So first of all, we saw a big boom from 10 to 11:50 AM, and we saw a big dump from 12 PM to 3 PM. Why it came? It majorly came because what we were expecting was ports, cements and other sectors boom in ports and cements. So the finance minister have not focused that much on cements. The ports are okay, but finance minister has not focused that much on cements. Now as the taxation on capital gains has been decreased, the financial businesses will boom because they will have again more money to invest and the money will get circulated in the stock markets. So in a 1 year or 2 year view, we are going to hit 20,000 minimum on Nifty, and Bank Nifty is going to hit probably 45,000 this year, that is 2023-24 financial year 2023-24. So it's now good time to invest. Please don't keep money in your savings accounts or FDs. Please go for ETFs or equity as investment. Thank you.